Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Planet Crafter. This is the Toxicity DLC. So, we are currently right here. This is what we have. We have this atmosphere purifier thing going on over here. It's purifying the planet, I assume. Our terraformation is going up quite well. We do have two of these things now producing. This one is just doing water, if I'm not mistaken, the toxic water into purified water. So there's that. And then we have the tier 2 drills over here. We've got lots of solar panels. I will be getting rid of these wind turbines because they don't produce a lot of power in retrospect to the the solar panels. We have emptied out this particular container. Can we delete that one? We can. So now this is pretty much just here for oxygen purposes only, not a big deal. So in here we do have this that we crafted last episode. We have a couple of these screens now. This is our blueprint screen. It allows us to see what's kind of unlocking next. At 175 KTI, we're unlocking the advanced crafting station, which is also available in the base game, just the Planet Crafter game. So we'll unlock a lot of that stuff. There's lots of new stuff that we can unlock. We also have like a bio something or another screen as well, biomass, I think. So we've gotten these small crates. We have unlocked the ability at 150 KTI to craft the larger storage lockers. We've got a couple of heaters. We've got a couple of food growers. And we did find a golden crate, and it allows us to grow this golden seed here. It has a 600% oxygen multiplier, which is just lovely. And then outside we have a couple of little outposts where I've been out exploring, kind of seeing which direction I need to get off into. I wanted to give a little bit of time for the terraformation index to increase, so that we're not just very slowly progressing in this playthrough. We are, and I did think earlier that I was recording when I honestly wasn't, but we are starting to build ourselves an actual base. We don't have a lot done. It's just kind of where we want to build. It's just up the hill from where we started. But there is a big, huge flat area up here. And I'm not sure if any of this floods or not, guys. I have no idea. There's not a lot of content on it. I've not seen anything on it. I've not watched any content on it either. But this is kind of where we are going to build. There's this massive flat area up here. The only thing that I did do that you guys didn't see was that I did build this area. I just put it kind of up on a couple of these foundation grids, and we have 2 storage crates in here right now. Not a lot going on in here, honestly. Not a lot going on really anywhere from the last episode that we were together. We do have some water on us. We have a little bit of food on us as well. There is a couple of things over here in this little outpost. It's one of the ones that I built when we were just starting out exploring and that kind of stuff. I do want to make sure that I have some water on me, as well as some oxygen. The silicone can just hang out in there, not a big deal. Okay, so what I really want to grab on the way out is some iron, a silicone, and some titanium. So we need 1 silicone, 3 iron, and 2 titanium. I want to grab that because we can always, get our own oxygen. With that, we can just plop down a little living quarters and not have to worry about carrying around so many oxygen tanks with us while we head out exploring. So I need 3 iron. I have that. I need 2 titanium, and then we'll be ready to head out and explore. I did bring 1 lot of food with me. That's lovely, guys. I would love to get in there and explore that. I wonder how difficult that would be with the radiation capsules. I do have a little outpost down there as well. So this looks like it has been, okay, the purification capsule's nice. Shanga seed. We don't necessarily need that right now. Is there a way to, I don't think we can even put down a living quarters over here without getting this area detoxified first. Now we do have some radiation, or at least a radiation capsule on us, so maybe we can get over here and get rid of some of this goo, because that's really the kicker here. This toxic goo. Okay, let's get rid of you as well. Let's just, keep watching our oxygen levels. And then let's get over here and grab this. There's just tons of this here. Let's keep an eye on our radiation as well, because, that does cause us lots of issues. Okay, our oxygen is doing quite well. I don't really want all of this goo. I would like to find a storage container over here to just plop it in. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing anything. Our inventory is full. We're gonna have to use our oxygen capsule to get out of this radiation and get back over to some sort of something or another. Okay, let's just get back over here. So the radiation is not as potent as it has been, which is lovely. Where's a good spot that doesn't have any radiation? Probably back home to our actual base. Let's just get back over here. We will dump off all of this goo in a storage container. It's not that big of a deal having it on us, but I don't love it, having all of this stuff that I don't need at the moment. We can always craft ourselves a, what's it called, machine that, converts that into usable things for us. We just don't need all of it right now. Okay, let's just continue back over here. What is this thing that I'm talking about? The detoxification machine. We could, do that right now, but there's no real need for it. I am just going to shove it in a crate over here, and we'll deal with it later when we actually need to worry about, getting some more of this stuff done. Put you right there for now. Put all of this stuff over here as well. I need to get more iron on the way out, as well as some oxygen. Probably going to need to grab some cobalts. I don't think I have any to craft any oxygen. I do. Never mind. Okay, let's just craft some of that over here. An oxygen capsule. We have water on us as well as 1 food. We do need 3 iron, just so we're able to, get a outpost built over here when we have the ability to do that. So let's just see if we can find some iron on the way over there, because I really want to have it to put down very, very quickly in the event I find all of the goo and get rid of it all. There wasn't a ton of it left. Okay, let's just grab another iron right here. This would be a little bit closer for the goo purposes. Should I just build that right here? This living compartment, and then build a storage container here as well, just to have it. And then we'll build another one a little bit closer, so I can build the thing as long as I'm not standing in it. Okay, so let's grab some fresh oxygen. Let's see if we have enough iron for a storage locker. We do. Let's just, take everything else with us. So now we have to grab enough stuff to be able to craft another outpost a little bit closer for when we find all of the goo, hopefully. Okay, so I have enough iron, probably 1 too many. I need 1 silicone and one more titanium. Hopefully we can find that on the way over there. And then we're going to find our goo, hopefully, that's left. We don't have a ton of those left to find in this radiated area. There's probably going to be a bunch like on the bridge over here. Maybe more in these storage containers that are back here. Okay, I've not really like looked in these areas to kind of see what's going on in here, but I'm just mostly focusing on the goo, getting that taken care of. Didn't realize I was going to have to do some parkour to find all of the goo. Okay, there's a mushroom right there. Okay, is there going to be any goo like on the tops of these areas? I know there's a bunch over here. Okay. Okay, so we've cleaned this area up enough that we should, in theory, be able to build ourselves a living compartment over here. No. So what else is considered toxic if it's not just the goo? Are these considered toxic? The spores, you would think so. Will there be goo like inside here? This doesn't seem like it has a lot of stuff in it. Storage locker. Lots of food. No oxygen. That's okay, I have oxygen on me. Water, food, iron. We have all that stuff. We don't necessarily need it right now. Is there going to be more goo in this specific area? Maybe down around these legs of this bridge. Not necessarily seeing anything. I don't know if this metal over here is part of the toxic stuff to get rid of or not. Is it? No. Okay, so I'm not quite sure. We have a little flashlight. It's not great at the moment, but it will work. So I'm not quite sure what radiation or what toxic stuff is left. Oh, weird. That was weird. Over there. Okay, so we have done a complete wrong turn somewhere here. But lucky for us, we have this little thing that we can just slap up anywhere that we need some oxygen, because I don't have any more oxygen tanks with me. I do have food. That's okay. We don't necessarily need it right now. And then I was trying to get back over to that storage container so I could drop some stuff off and continue looking, but I ended up making a wrong turn at Albuquerque, apparently. But anyway, let's just kind of get back up here on this hillside and see if we can find out exactly where we need to be, because I am not sure at all at this point. This is another little outpost. I've been out exploring the area. I didn't find anything really. Lots of these places that I'm going to currently. So this is part of the area that needs to be cleaned. Hydration level is low. That's okay. We're just gonna get up here. And we have water on us, so that's not a big deal. But we're gonna store some of this stuff in here because we don't need it all on us. We don't need that piece of iron, nor do we need that silicone. We don't necessarily even need that cobalt. So we need to drink our water. We're probably gonna have to get more at some point. I'm gonna leave one food in here because I still wanna find the rest of this goo. Hopefully it's not too difficult. Looks like there's about 5 more pieces, which shouldn't be too difficult to find. But who knows, really. I'm probably gonna have to loot this entire area. I didn't bring any more oxygen with me. Not smart, girl. Not smart at all. There's probably goo up there if I were guessing. Okay, so let's just loot this area and kind of see what we've got going on in here. Was there oxygen in this thing? New blueprint received, advanced craft station. There was no oxygen, but there was food and water. Aluminum is lovely. I do need aluminum. I did not bring any oxygen. That's really annoying. Nothing else in there. Some barrels over here. What, is there anything at all that I can do here? Storage container with water and aluminum. Okay, not bad. This one actually, is that giving me oxygen in there? Are these little pods like refilling my oxygen? Not complaining if it is. I think this little pod over here did. It did. That's lovely. I'm really liking that for sure because I really want to be able to loot as much as I can over here. Okay, more water, aluminum, more food, and I really don't have room for anything else. I want to find the rest of that goo so that I can build over here if I want to or need to in any situation. Okay, looks like there's lots of stuff in there. Okay, so we might actually die out here. Not good. Okay, where's my little outpost area? Over there. I see it from here now. I don't need to stress so much now about having oxygen over there because there is oxygen already over there. So I'm not too worried about oxygen now. I just need a bigger backpack with some storage space, guys. I really do. Okay, let's just put some stuff away in here. So I don't need this little thing here. So which means I could use some of the iron and build another storage container. And then I could put some of this food away, some drink as well. Blueprint screens, of course. I don't need this either over there, honestly. I probably need to eat a bite of food. And then hopefully after these guys stop falling, we can get back over there. Okay, so let's just get back over there. Our radiation is at 0.1 per second. It's not a really big deal for us right now. So we're just gonna head back over here without the radiation capsules. Okay, let's just, ooh, I wonder if that goes up into a cave somewhere. We're definitely gonna have to explore that a bit further, for sure. If you hear my laundry in the background, it's gotta happen, guys. If you hear my vacuum cleaner, she's sweeping and doing all of her stuff. So there's that. Let's go up here, up again. And we are on top of this area with a jetpack, lovely. And I'm gonna grab that. And then the rest of this stuff, guys, is not super, super, super important right now. That's really neat. I love this. And then we can always come back over here and grab more loot. I just really want to find the rest of this goo. We can take this thing apart as well and just rebuild it back at our base. Another one over here. Is there a crate in here anywhere? So if I take all of these guys apart, I can build a bunch of tier 1 heaters, even though we have the blueprint for tier 2 heaters. Okay, what do we got in here? We can't go in this one, but we can parkour up to this one. I think there was a crate in here. Some food, a seed, and not a lot else in there. We can take this apart as well. We don't necessarily need to, but we can. We can just grab that mushroom, and we are super, super full. Let's just leave the iron and stuff behind, the things that we don't need. Okay, that's full already. So there's, oh dear, oxygen is getting low. Darn it. I was just saying how we didn't have to worry so much about oxygen over here. But it turns out you have to kind of worry about it still. So if we go up this direction, where does this take us? Does it take us to a cave of some kind? So that, well, I mean, we don't necessarily have the stuff we need to survive for very long over there. I don't even think we have any oxygen on us. So we're not going to go too far away. We are out of the radiation area here as well. Let's just kind of see if this is a cave, maybe where we could find some other ores. That would be lovely. It does seem like it could be. Ooh, this is lovely. Is this something that will go away at some point? Yes, disappears at 70 purification. Well, that's neat. So it doesn't necessarily melt the ice at certain points. It clears those vines or whatever at certain points, which is nice. Loving it. It's a little bit different than what we're used to. Is that goo over there or is that a rock? I don't know. It could be goo. I don't know. I feel like we've missed something over here because I don't know what else we have to clean over here. If someone knows the answer to that, let me know. Okay, let's just see what we've got in there. More iron, that's not necessary. Water, food, fabric, another mushroom. Those are literally everywhere. So they're not a big deal to not have those or not take those right now. I'm going to be regretting that decision later. I have a feeling. So we can also take down this tier 2. That one's open. How do I get up there? Is there a way to get up there without needing to like rocket boost myself up there? I feel like there's a way up there. It probably has the reminder of the goo in there that I need. Go up here. Can I get over here? Well, it didn't have the goo in it, but it does have stuff in it. Okay, let's just see what's in this. What are you? Purification gel. Let's leave behind an iron and take that. And then let's get back home. Because I don't know what the purification gel does. I want to read that, but I also want to be in a place that has oxygen when I do that. So this one's fairly clean. It's not completely cleaned. It's not causing us a lot of issues with radiation at this point because it's nearly cleaned. Again, I'm not quite sure what else other than the goo is causing an issue here. I love that we've found so much aluminum because we need it for random things, guys. It's very, very important to have. Okay, purification gel. It does not give me any indication of what it's for. Allows you to fly in the air, increase displacement speed, propulsion plus 150. So can I just put that on me? I can. Okay. And then I have these guys that aren't too important right now. And then the silicone and iron is not a big deal, but I do want to grab this guy some food because we are struggling with food at the base. A little bit of aluminum, maybe these two super alloys. Water is not a big deal. I will drink some before we leave. And then I'm going to take that as well. And then we're going to get home, which is just up here on the hillside. And then maybe we will head off in another direction and kind of explore something new. Or maybe we'll continue building. I'm not quite sure yet. I feel like we need to get some more storage in our base. I feel like we need to, you know, get some more things purifying the atmosphere, that kind of stuff up and running. Definitely wouldn't hurt to expand on this area as well, because we desperately need the room. So aluminum, I need to get some screens up and going. We need a lot of things that we don't currently, have over here. So I'm gonna, spend some time off camera setting this area up to live in, moving some of the food growers, that kind of stuff up there, the heaters as well, just because we need those things. We will go back over there, grab every piece of loot that we possibly can get from that site. And maybe we'll, head over to that one in the next episode or something along those lines. We might even go down under that hillside and kind of see if we can find any more of that goo and get rid of it and clean up the planet as best we can. Okay, let's get in here and see which blueprint this unlocks. Probably nothing that we need right away, but we're going to do it anyway. Tier 2 agility boots. I don't even think we have tier 1 crafted, do we? I don't think we had the iron for it. Or, sorry, aluminum, but I do have some fabric. So let's just craft the tier 1s. And then let's see what tier 2 requires. 2 more fabric. I do have that. And then let's just craft tier 2 while we're here doing, the things that we need to get done. So we have agility boots and a jetpack. Increase movement speed by 30%, and this will increase displacement speed. We can fly a little bit, all of the things that we would love to be able to do 90% of the time. Okay, so this is growing again. We have food down here. Not necessarily food, but water. We were getting very, very low on food, honestly. We do have more seeds and that kind of stuff that we can grow, which is nice. Okay, and then aluminum we can just shove in here for now along with that. Okay, so we can start taking down these screens, and we can take this thing apart as well and move it up there. Do we want to take this as well, or do we just leave that? It's not very difficult to craft that at all. But we do want to take some of this stuff up here. This is how we can fly. It is a little bit quicker than walking. I don't know, it's about the same speed right now because we do have those agility boots going for us now. So it's about the same. But anyway, let's just get up here and get some more stuff going. We need these screens up and going. We need to get some more storage. Lots and lots of things we need to get done. With some aluminum, we can craft ourselves a beacon that kind of shows where we are. Okay, let's just put this terraformation screen. Do we want to have it like right here on the front wall? I feel like we could. Let's do it right there. And then we have progress screen. We didn't have it even built, but we did have this screen, and we didn't have any energy level screens, but we did have the blueprint screen. We also had this toxicity screen crafted. I wish there was a multi-purpose screen that allowed us to just build, do everything at once. So silicone and cobalt. We need silicone and cobalt. We probably have that in the base. I forgot all about checking these crates. Cobalt, and the silicone is over in the other storage container over here. Okay. And then we're going to get that screen up and going as well, the progress screen. Come on, we can do this. I guess we cannot do that there because that is in the way. Okay, let's just craft it back here. We'll move a lot of this stuff around a bunch of times, so this is not the final location for this. Toxic dust is where we are. Current stage, toxic dust. Next stage is acid rains. Okay. We are not going up very fast on that, but that's okay. We're going to work on that. We are not moving up very fast over here on our terraformation. Well, kind of fast, but not too crazy. We will get a launch platform fairly soon. We will also get the tier 3 heater as well as the tier 3 drill at some point, and a nuclear reactor fairly soon. Not complaining about any of that. Just take you. Come on. See what we've got in here. All this is goo that I don't really want right now. Again, stuff I don't necessarily need right now. Let's just see if we can find a little bit more iron over here. A ore extractor or mineral extractor would be lovely right now. So it could be getting iron and things out of the ground for us. Because you know what? Iron is very, very much needed. It's a little bit of silicone. Wouldn't hurt. I don't need it though. I have a bunch in my container already. Some iron right here. Titanium. A little bit of that. Again, back at the base in our storage container. So we're not too worried about that either. A little bit more iron here. And let's just get in here and get some more storage containers up and going. Okay, let's do that. And then we can put some things in here like the toxic spores and that kind of stuff in there as well. I do want to place one for food. Let's just do that. Right here by the door. So food, water, and seeds can go in there. We need silicone. I need one more piece of iron. Do I have any? I do. And over here, we're going to do toxic spores, goo, all the things that we don't necessarily need right now. Okay. Let's just put some of that in there. Let's clean all of this out over here. Delete you. Take what we can from here. What do I have in here? So I'm going to put some silicone in there as well. I thought there was a way to... Okay, there is. It's control click to get all of the same ores into one container. So control on the toxic goo. Then what else do we have? Iron and ice. Iron and titanium here. And then ice over here for water. Okay. Let's take that apart. And this as well. And then we're going to take this door and living compartment apart as well. I want to craft the living compartment again over here, just to keep expanding on this base, just because it's needed. And do I have enough stuff to be able to craft a third one? So no, sorry, a second one. So we're 3 wide and 2 deep so far. Not horrible. I mean, we do have some room now to be able to do some stuff, which also means I'm going to have to move this container at some point again. Cobalt and magnesium. So we've unlocked the tier 1 nuclear reactor. It's going to take a bit of time, guys, to get all of that stuff going, because that's super, super expensive, and we don't have a lot of uranium right now. I need a place for seeds. Okay, let's put them right there. Okay, so now what do we need? We need some water. Let's do that. We need a bit of food. Do that. These eggplants don't give us a lot of foods, 25 food. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. Let's grab some oxygen and some water and take that with us. Shouldn't need very much food. We're going to get back over here to this area, and I'm going to try to figure out where the rest of that goo is. I have no idea, but I know that it's in this area over here with radiation, so I'm not quite sure why I can't just find it. Is it right there? I bet that's it, right down there. We're going to check it out anyway and see if there's 5 goo down there. Hopefully there is, so that we can get this area cleaned up. And this will be the second one that we've cleaned. The first one being over at the starting area. That one is cleaned up as well. Okay, let's just get over here. I think that is what we need and what we're looking for. Appears to be more goo, that's for sure. Maybe 2 pieces over here. Maybe this is all the goo, I don't know. Okay, so there's one left. Oh, it's right here. So this area is clean now. All of these little ugly plants are disappearing. Tier 3 heater has been unlocked. No more radiation over here. Lovely. Cleaning up a new area today. Loving it, guys. Very, very excited about that. So we could, in theory, if we needed to and wanted to, we could bring our outpost a bit closer so that we would have oxygen, but there's already oxygen over there. All we need over there now is a storage container or several. Let's take all of that. Get rid of the storage crate. Grab some oxygen. Take all of this back to our current home. Space food, I'm going to leave. The aluminum would be nice to have. And the microplastics. Okay. I don't think we need anything else over here right now. Let's get back up here and place that new, what's it called? The craft station, the refinement crafting station. Toxic spores and 1 silicone. We can do that for sure. I need a bit of iron to do more foundations over here. Okay, so we've got our silicone and toxic spores, and we're going to craft this crafting station. And this will allow us to craft these items again. The tier 2 goo cleaning is in this one. If you're curious and you're playing this game and you can't find it, if you get a notification that says it's been unlocked and you don't know where it is, it's in this. We need that first crafting station as well, the tier 2. It should have more silicone. We do. I'm just going to place it right here, right by the front door, so that we have it available for when we need it. We've got some more things that we can put over here in this container. Control, we'll click that right over there. And then you and you, we have some aluminum. We have a couple, there's a super alloy. Iron, magnesium, and we have some random things that we're not 100% sure about right there. Okay, so I think we're doing pretty good, guys. I think in the next episode, we may head out to another location and try to get, you know, some more loot, maybe over there. Not quite sure what's over there. There's another one just down under the hill from us. Very excited about having that. I love this new DLC. Very much appreciate the developers for, you know, crafting this, doing all the things, building this, and releasing it so that we are able to play these types of games. Very, very much appreciative of them. But anyway, guys, I do want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate all of your support on this channel and on this series as well. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you're looking forward to future episodes, and I can't wait to catch you guys in the next one. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day.